By the way, these bans are completely moving basically Falcons in a very distinct direction.
Yeah, the chip was their last proactive move here in the second phase of the draft.
Anything else that can answer this, Freya? 'Cause I'm out.
A lot of crowd control, a lot of spacing.
More crowd control.
They might end up with a Zetien for Haji, or they're gonna try to run back their Valier that
Didn't work yesterday.
yeah, didn't work out yesterday.
Yeah, the Khalid ban is pretty good. I actually like that. That's another way to kind of keep up with the Freya and pressure the Kimmy. Good read by Coach MTV.
There it is, Kalea. So with the Kalea here, this should be a pretty easy high loss pickup for Aurora. And if they are overthinking already that it's going to be a Valier for Haji and Red 5, then they can pick up the Benedetta to shut down that idea. And then they'll have to readjust and go for and decide between the Farsa or the Zetien. Unless, what if Falcons is saving this Red 5 for a unique pick? Again, it's
Something from the Dark Continent.
They friended it. They friended it last week. I don't know. I'm ready for it.
I mean, I don't know why I've been thinking lately, like I've been wanting to see Aurora show up. Not the team, but the hero.
There's no room for it now.
Where are you going to put it?
Unless some weird roam Aurora.
No, in mid for Falcons.
Oh,
About.
Your Falcons.
Cool.
Right.
I thought like Aurora, since they're the ones who
no.
has the propensity to do that.
You stack crowd control with that. Oh, okay. So instead of the high loss, the taunt too should really spell a good amount of trouble for the divers of Falcons, especially that Kalea.
Yeah.
You can also pack a Revitalize with it, and I think it's because Aurora's already thinking that that the best pick for Falcons is the Farsa, so they want to deny that. It's up to them to decide whether or not they're okay with still playing the Farsa, or then just double down on the Zetien, or show a different mid.
That's a big +1 because I love that a lot of these heroes can cancel the Farsa, but they can also like bait out the Tsunami Slam.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be the ones who can start the game, and then the Freya can do whatever he wants.
Take me.
Yeah. But the Freya is like,
Yeah, I think Haji's being very vocal right now with the coaches. Very difficult conversation of like what to decide.
Coach, Farsa's too much.
Yeah, is it map presence?
No
is
choice.
It the vision? What do you want to get? It's still the Farsa.
no choice, bro. Just play it.
Oh, no such thing as too much for the machine.
Let's go.
He will not turn down a fight.
So,
Looks ready. For the meantime, though, super fans, please make your predictions with us. If you want to win the 1,000 MLBB Diamonds, predict the match winner correctly, scan that QR code now.
Here we go. Who would you predict? 1,000 diamonds on the line. Like, who would you say? The world is saying a majority still with the M7 World Champions, but Falcons draft ain't so shabby.
I gotta agree. It looks good for Aurora.
They have a Kalea combo.
Yeah.
2 of them, actually.
This is beautiful.
Kalea carry, Kalea Farsa.
there's just way too much dive on the side of Aurora, though. If we're going to be looking at it from a team fighting perspective, the lineup rating is good for Falcons because that is very sound in the draft. But if you look at the Gata, the Lapu, the Freya, the Baksha, I feel like Haji might have a difficult time here for the team fights, that him trying to escape and Falcons trying to give him space actually damages Falcons' chances in team fights in the long run.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky, but I will not say impossible for Haji right here in game number 1. Aurora versus Falcons. I mean, the positioning of that feather airstrike, some people would say just go ahead and hide in the bush. Maybe you can get away with it. Throw away of maybe free salvos.
Easier said than done, Carl.
That's right, exactly. But, you know, I'm giving Haji the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
At least for this one.
Yeah. Ogren and Haji now being a little bit more careful with their trading in the mid after some recent mishaps early on. Of course, seeing the Frey on the other side. Marco, we just see what he can do to temper that.
Whoa.
Light took a lot of damage from Kyle, Haji, and Ogren.
You gotta acknowledge the fact that the Kalea helps Haji stay, you know?
Yeah. Gold Crab, if I'm not... Yeah, went to Super Marco. Oh!
Oh my god, Light gets taken down! Suddenly, from out of nowhere, with no battle spells used from Falcons!
I think none of us expected that to happen. Even our camera didn't really catch that.
I didn't see that trade going down. Maybe Light presses Revitalize, or even the Revitalize was not enough to help him survive. In the EXP lane, Flaps doing a good job of handling Edward. Yeah, we go back and restabilize after the trade in mid.
Yeah, restabilizing is very important, especially right now that we're all waiting for those level 4s, especially for Falcons here.
Kyle comes in, calls in Barbiel off the short end, and pushes them back. Again, 20 seconds off a turtle. He'll have it when the take happens.
Yeah.
So
Take's
Falcons
over right now for the meantime.
will get into position first. Edward not yet level 4. Flap's gonna get there. They're gonna get the EXP Crab. Last hit. Oh, good block. That was a timely block by Flap.
That was decent. Actually, yeah. And these small things will actually really add up over time. We'll see that happening on the bottom side of the map, though. It's a completely different story.
Ooh.
Marco's having a rough time.
Yeah.
We don't want to miss that 1-1. I think he was having a hard time, yes, but he punished Dominkite enough to send him back.
Yeah, it denies him from being able to join. And look at how Haji even positioned in the right bush mid. He was expecting that Dominkite would be rotating, but because of how Super Marco handled it, Dominkite had to go back. But Dominkite will make it here.
In comes Ogwin, feathered airstrike from Haji, repositions, it's still Edward! How the hell did he get that? Takes down Kyle as well, and they push back the rest of the Falcons to the nest. Aurora in the snap wins.
And pushing it back despite Marco being in the very prime position to actually take that attack. Very impressive. Edward really took it, and I'm looking for the retry. Where'd the retry go?
Yeah, it looked like both retries came out too early. There was still a lot of health at one point. I think it was around 700, 800.
In comes Light, taken care of. Flat, gets a kill.
Yeah, so this is what Wolf was saying earlier. Aurora are a very opportunistic team. Give them an opening and they're going to go ahead and quite literally dive under your turret just to go and grab it. So Falcons go for some counter jungling, trying to steal the Golem away from the Aurora side. Try to chase up Kyle a little bit in terms of the farm, but Light and Yue will be able to drive them back, but they still get the Golem. Edward takes a lot of gold though up top.
A lot of damage on the Kyle. He will be able to call in Barbiel. Save himself from the damage. Light is dropping. Flap gets taken down off camera. Ogwin right in the face of Yue gets popped. And that was difficult. 2 free kills for Aurora.
Yeah, it's a lot of off-cam kills as well, I gotta say. There's a lot of kills happening here from unexpected places.
Yeah.
And very impactful to that.
Oh, Light taking care of the flanks.
We've seen this happen earlier.
Backing out. He has some support from Kyle, but I don't think that's enough.
Light and Yue have been controlling this game for Aurora. Light's been really maximizing the unbreakable taunts. And they're not afraid to trade. They're so aggressive with it, which is what you want to see when you're going up against a lineup that has a Farsa having to dance a weird dance in the map with managing minion waves in mid, trying to see if he can join. He's not completely connected with Ogwin.
Yeah, look at that Edward comfort on that Lapu Lapu as well, right? Right now, there's a lot to be had, or a lot to be desired for Falcons mid trio, but other than that, I feel like the side laners are actually having a pretty decent time for Falcons.
Except Flap. 2 deaths already.
Except Flap, yeah, sorry.
So he's deciding to cut. They're going to push up top. They're going to get a bit of gold there alongside Child, as they know that, okay, cross-map trade for Falcons Aurora.
Falcons have accepted the difficult truth that they cannot touch this turtle. They are protecting the purple just in case as well. And there's a whole lot of gold Kyle is getting on top lane.
So far, at the bottom side of the map, though.
Can Ogwin get the perfect Tsunami Slam? They will give up the shields on the tier 1, and in comes the rest of them. Dominkite survives, but only for a second longer. He gets taken down by Haji. Down goes Light as well. Falcons dogpiles on the front line of Aurora.
Flicker, feathered airstrike for the KDA machine. Capping off that damage, Light and Dominkite alongside the rest of Aurora get punished, and Falcons will be able to push Marco out of his lane, and he can now join the rest of Falcons for a full 5-man aggressive rotation.
For the looks of it, it feels like Haji will not play this Farsa in the conventional way, right? He's just doing it more like as a secondary artillery at this point. He's really relying so much on Kyle and Ogwin to get something started first. And it's actually serving Falcon relatively well in that last one. I wonder if they can keep doing that, though.
Let's see. Dominkite, though, has been high impact on this fray early on. Aurora will still be able to get the push out in the bot. Oh, Kyle?
He does still have no ult, actually. It's cooled down. It's off of it. They do come on top of him. And they get Light. In comes Flap. AOG coming in, stopping the exit. Feather airstrike underneath tier 2. A lot of damage put onto the front lines of Aurora once more. Edward will survive off of the exit, the dash through the Landshaker.
As a 5-man unit, it feels like Aurora is just like a wrecking ball coming into this one.
I really thought that could have been way worse for Falcons, but it's because they were ready for it. Flap was already on his way down, Super Marco as well. Haji has been great with repositioning with this Farsa, and I have to give it to Ogwin and Kyle. They are playing around Haji. Despite Kyle being, of course, the jungler, the Leomord, they're playing through the Farsa instead.
Yeah, this is very unique. Not as much pressure, I would say, on Kyle to get things started because, you know what, Ogwin's very happy to take that mantle. But, again, Purify is just making it so hard for this Kalea to actually pop off as much as we thought it would.
Yeah, you want to stop the Freya, but it takes so much to get onto her. Dominkite takes that turtle. Demon Knight take that turtle scot-free. 3 for 3, 100% for the Northern Lights. And the Falcons are still looking for that opportunity. It's a slow climb towards equal footing.
Actually thinking, where's the catch gonna happen
Oh!
here?
There it is.
There it
Flynn
is.
gets caught out. Flickers back. The answer from Flap, wailing away, torrent form, looking for some crowd control, keeping them underneath tier 2. AOG plus Valkyries is set. Lot of crowd control coming in. Down goes Flap. Where's the damage? Feather airstrike plus Kyle coming through, taking down Light. One more kill for Falcons. Edward goes down. They take down Kyle. Demon Kite jumps in. That Holy Shield paps. 3 for 2, still a winning trade for the M7 World Champs.
They are so tanky and they deal so much damage to boot. Falcons handled that extremely well, but Aurora, even though it looked expensive, they lost 2. They still got the turret, and that was still a heat check to Falcons, telling them you guys don't have enough damage to melt through the Baksha and the Freya.
Yeah, we posed that question earlier. What can they do to actually answer this Freya? It looked like they were doing it for the first part, but then again, that sustained damage coming in from Aurora is just unbearable.
Yeah.
There's not much they can do about it.
The Revitalize was clutch. Kyle's entry, the knockback was great, but then even right under their Demon Kite and Domin Kite together, it's a lot. Hence why this Freya has really been on everyone's radar ever since the M7 World Championship, and Domin Kite still continues to show his mastery with it. And of course, Demon Kite's comfort with Aurora, with Baksha.
Oh, traction pulse from Yue, flushing them out of that small brush. Falcons struggling to keep even this orange away from the hands of Aurora. Where's the retribution? Kyle gets it with the help of a momentum. Little bit of a room to breathe for Falcons.
I don't know if this is a silver lining or a very unfortunate reality for Falcons, but you guys see what I'm seeing, right? They're pretty much handling the fights well. They're man marking, they're maximizing their crowd controls, their dashes, everything, but it just seems like they're getting lineup diff.
Are you saying that they're doing it right, but it's still not enough?
Exactly.
That's right. It feels like Aurora's just doing it like 20%, 10% better. At least, you know, they're doing the right things.
And they're getting 100% of all the big objectives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All turtles, all lords for Falcons, and look at the level difference. They don't have enough damage just yet on Haji. He only has a glowing wand. Haji had to rotate out of lane a lot, and it also didn't help that, of course, all the objectives went to Aurora, meaning that even if Yue wasn't in lane as often, he was still getting the gold through the rest of the team.
Uh-oh. They're going to try to bear down on the Falcons, even underneath tier 2. AOG, Valkyrie's Ascent, cascading ults coming through. Better air strike. Flap very low. Flap gets taken down by Domin Kite. They do trade for Light. 1 for 1 so far. Super Marco wailing away at Demon Kite. Popping that Poisons. They're happy with the turret.
Yeah, it seems as much as you can do to try to answer individual people who are diving. What do you do if all of them are doing it at the same time? I think they don't really have the tools to do that.
That right there is a snapshot of where they are in this game, where Yue alone doesn't care that he's right in front of 4 members of Falcons in front of their base.
No fear whatsoever.
Yeah, no fear. He knows that they can't engage on him. He knows that they can't jump on him. Again, Falcons handled that well, but it's the lineup diff. It's the Freya and the Baksha together.
Is Marco not there just yet? Oh, that
Not
is the
quite.
Phantom Steed from Kyle calling it in to help defend against his Lord. Putting that tier 3 up top, down to a third of its health. Oh, Flap looking to punish Domin Kite from cutting through too deep as Demon Kite takes Kyle's lunch money.
Maybe that can change later the moment Marco gets a Malefic gun. He is starting to build up into it. He has a Fury Hammer locked in already with alongside the Swift Trinity.
Yeah, it should help out with the range. That means he can position himself a little bit further in the back to get distance between him and all the divers of Aurora. But yeah, it's the same old story for lineups that end up with the Baksha and the Freya together. It doesn't help that you also have the Revitalize on the side of Light. Even Gata has built in stupid amounts of
Healing.
regen and spell vamp through an enhanced basic attack.
It's just too much might be overwhelming here.
There's no dominance ice yet for... Oh, just when I said it. Okay, there it is.
Locked in.
There's the dominance ice for Flap.
There you go.
Glowing Wand for Haji along with the Magic Lantern. Dominance Ice for Ogwen. It's like they have the tools, but again, it's just the unfortunate scenario they find themselves in. It's still not enough.
It's kind of hard to use those tools when you have like a Valkyrie literally swinging in front of your face. I can kind of, you know, sympathize with their dilemma here. But at the same time, what are you gonna do about it? Like, that's a big question. Like, how do you handle this guy?
I can't. I always ban the Freya.
You always.
Jumps in, starts swinging. Oh my God, she's hot.
What do we do?
What do we do? You can't do much. The reason
Not
why,
really much.
the reason why against Alter Ego that pick was never given to RP again.
That's the painful part. Let's see if they can kind of remedy that. Again, one of the ways that you can do it is maybe catch him by surprise.
But he has a Purify.
That's how the Purify. That's what I was gonna say next.
There's no surprising Dominkite.
Yeah, if hey man, if Falcon somehow solves this, that's crazy. We're gonna have to break down how they do.
Falcons last season was the only one to come back from a 13,000 gold deficit.
That's true. That's also true.
They were the only loss of Aurora, so never count them out. Lord here, quickly taken by the Northern Lights. No dice because they will take it, and the answer, they pop Edward first. Then comes the rest of Aurora after Haji's better airstrike. They jump down on the Dominkite. Dominkite underneath 3. Then Flap falls. Light still wailing away. Kyle at half health does not have the Phantom Sting. Gets taken down by Yue. Dominkite finds him, serving up a kill to Yue. Double kill. More stacks for the mid lane wizard.
They are too damn tanky.
Too much. I also see the problem because Yue is flying alongside Dominkite. So if you're Flap caught in between that, who do you pick? Who do you target?
Oh my
It's so
God!
hard.
Haji gets caught, and they're in the base. Aurora have a Lord marching through. That's all she wrote. Game 1 goes to Aurora.
At the end, the numbers make it look like a one-sided win, which it did. Falcons did almost everything right after some early game flubs.
That's sort of better.
Take 2.
Can he though?
I'll make up for it, coach.
Because there's a lot of remaining heroes or interactions for Aurora to make that mirrors what they did in game 1, which effectively shut him down.
So red 3, there's a Valentina, so they're not gonna R-lot. They might just settle again with a Lapu Lapu for Edward.
Yeah, they
And-
seem to be willing to do a lot
Yeah.
like that.
It might be a... Okay, so on the big screen right now in the arena, it is a Lapu Lapu that is being showed as the pick on red 3 for Aurora.
I think it's as good as a lock-in.
Yeah, it's pretty much as good as a lock-in. We're just going to be waiting for the bans.
Doesn't
Second
seem
phase.
to be too miffed, Mr. Consistency. Happy to play that in almost every scenario, honestly.
Here we are.
I can't think of a bad scenario for Edward on a Lapu Lapu,
Yeah.
even if you hard counter it, which sometimes a lot of people do.
They're forcing Falcons to commit the roam ban since
Harry.
it was Aurora themselves that took out the Grok. But I think also Aurora don't want to give the tech charge to Falcons. But again, there's still the Hylos and got the Kacha, and then if that's not any of your cup of tea, then you go Cho.
Which of all the above,
My mission is to protect
I was
lives.
gonna say the Hylos was the one
Yeah.
with the most stealable, IMU-able ults.
Yep.
It's also a great like combo for the Kimi, one of the classics at this point.
Yeah.
You know, like Kimi and Hylos is just such a classic now. But now think about a good roamer for Light. It's almost any.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if he goes for Cho here as well.
Yeah.
You're right.
We said it. It's just either the Gatot or Cho, or Aurora just shows up with something new. For Domeng, though, since they're playing again another lineup with Kimi, I don't think they're gonna fight their gold, but they're gonna get some. They can even afford to go for like a later game scaling gold laner.
Moskov.
Moscow's good. Claude's good.
Moscow's like a huge mechanical duel.
I don't think we can really expect Granger anymore. He's
Sad
pretty much
to
gone.
say.
Yeah, he's pretty much
Yes.
gone.
Granger's like a B+ pick right now.
Yeah. So if you want to go comfort, obviously you go Harith. If you want another source of basic attack damage, you go Moscow for Claude. So that's like my best 3 options right now for Dominkite. I still really don't see the vision of them going for Fighter Gold or even like a Yi Sun Shin Gold.
I wouldn't put it past it.
Okay, you mentioned it. I think Eastern Shin is good too.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys think YSS is good for this one?
For the Northern Lights? Oh yeah.
Okay.
They have
Yeah.
enough of a front line in the Fred in the laps.
Yeah.
They got so much freedom because
well-
the usage will also kind of just
Magic is
take
my
attention
life.
alongside the Kimi. So it'll be a little bit difficult to lock down.
Well, I get outvoted here, y'all. I will secede. I will concede.
Yes.
Whatever. Yeah.
But would you overthink it? Like, would it not be easier to just Claude here? That's an easy answer, right?
Considering you don't see the rope. Oh wait, no. Actually, if Joe doesn't get picked up here, there's a case for Ogwin to take it for himself. Because if that still is a Cho game for Aurora. Actually, we saw a bit of it earlier. Cho, Lapu, Fred. Great crowd control. That's a deadly combo.
Sun rises when I give the word.
Huh?
No Cho for light
Oh.
today.
Okay.
I want to go for that big wombo setup.
Yeah, they needed to go a little faster.
Yeah, okay. Kali, Kimi. Ah, yeah, the other options that we posed were quite slow.
Yeah. So are they gonna allow the Gatot over the Aurora at the Falcons?
With a lineup like this, basically triple bruiser lineup here for Aurora, it feels like Dominkite's gonna go for a really hard carry. Not necessarily a carry. Sorry, I misspoke on that one. Most likely a Claude or carry.
Hey, speaking of carry, Marco can play it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
bad.
100%. The OG. I feel like he's the OG carry, honestly.
Yeah, his game 1 carry wasn't bad at all. Like I couldn't knock it.
Cho carry. What if Aurora tried to make the Leslie work again later?
Feels been itching for a real fight.
Oh, it's Kalea instead
Kalea.
of the Cho. Kalea carry.
That's almost exactly what the Cho does.
Yeah.
So pretty
So-
much works the same way.
Is it just a Claude, or are we gonna see something funky like the Leslie or... Okay, she's not really funky, but Obsidia's also
Okay.
also still a choice. Actually, Obsidia came in with the Kali, Lapu, Fredrin. That's pretty nasty.
You can do it. You can basically get away with the Obsidian
Yeah.
here, I think.
I would rather Moskov.
Moskov is like the easy answer as well.
What? Why,
Claude.
why the
Moskov.
Claude or Moskov.
Why DC on fighters?
Whoa!
playing
Really?
There you
I
go.
mean, they are playing through the Kimi.
Whoa!
1-1!
Welcome back, a debut pick for 1-1 in season 17.
All right. What do you think about that? Wasn't even in our thought process.
Weirdly enough, I actually like this better than the Obsidian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think into a lineup like Falcons drafted, this is a better pick
It will go online faster.
for sure, and it
Yeah.
saves itself from Ogwin.
Yeah. And Falcons is lacking range. I mean, to be fair, 1-1 does need to get somewhat close to all of that, but considering that 1-1 isn't the only carry, you're also really playing through the Kimi. And maybe this is just a matchup preference for Dominkite. Let's see if them picking up the 1-1 is because Doming realized, oh, wait, sometime maybe in one of the scrims that 1-1 beats carry in lane, we'll see in the laning phase.
And there's no eminent burst.
Yeah.
There's no way for the 1-1 to just get deleted off the map so she can kind of try to really fly.
Yeah, and if they want that burst, it has to be through a very aggressive play from the Valentina. Putting yourself at risk just to try and whittle down the health of that 1-1.
Yep. Not necessarily a Dark Continent pick, but definitely not what we expected coming in here for Aurora in game number 2.
Yeah.
Go ahead and look at the possibility here of a really hard carry 1-1. I miss 1-1 honestly.
Whoa! Damage on the Ogwin here.
Ouch.
Can Light finish the job? Light jumps on the Haji. Haji covering Ogwin's tail. He's fine.
Light and Yue look so comfortable with trading in mid when Yue has the Kimi.
It's like, it's so reliable, right? Yue plus Kimi.
Yeah.
Whoa! Flat blocking Edward from joining that eminent fight. Waiting
Yeah.
to break out once again in mid.
And it looks like it is confirmed. It's difficult for the carry
my
to dance
God.
with this 1-1.
All
Because
right.
even before all... Wait.
Once more, Ogwin takes a face full of magical blasts from Yue. Light, quick sand guard into that brush. Ogwin jumps on in.
Canonically the deadliest Stormtrooper ever.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
the first order is very proud.
They
of their
always
grunts.
hit. This one always hits.
Oh! Light! Forced to flicker on out! A lot of damage from Haji. Ogwin going hunting, jumps in, and takes down Light! Passive hits!
That was beautiful coming in from Ogwin.
Yeah.
And that was even more than you expect from Dakalea, right? Sometimes you don't have someone near you, Dakalea just, backs off.
Yeah.
Ogwin wanted blood.
Yep.
Both junglers will be level 4. Kyle goes into the jungle of Aurora to get the Lizard. And he will be able to get this alongside Flap. He has to give that to Flap though, so he is level 4. He does. And it looks like Falcons will have a better advantage for Turtle 1 as Edward will be delayed.
Nice try, Habibi.
Nice. It's been a while since I've heard that, by the way. Love that sticker again.
Oh.
So, here we go.
Falcons starting up quick and strong. Flap. Face checking into Demon Kite. In comes the rest of them. They pop Kite. The celebrity is down. The retribution on Kyle is good. He's on his steed. And they might take down Light. The answer is yes, as Haji helps Ogwin escape. Oh my lord.
Edward.
Flat man-to-man defense on Edward. Edward versus 2. Haji gets a double.
Yep. Gets away with the skin of their teeth. Falcons actually gets out pretty much scot-free with a kill with a turtle.
Dear God, 2K up?
Yep, 2,000. A lot of big wins there for Falcons, and everything is going right. The management of the rotation, the takedown onto Light early on by Ogwin, the second death onto Khalid, Flap hitting level 4 before the Lapu Lapu. And on top of all that, Marco was able to double in mid.
Oh, Flap has Light on his tail. Can he see Demon Kite as well? Fortunately, he makes an exit towards the right. Oh, if he went the other way, oh man, Demon Kite would have worked for him.
Yeah, I think that was just very fortunate he decided, I'm just going to go straight through here. I'm not going to try to go around through the jungle.
That was a fork in the road.
Yeah.
Ogwin, Mark isn't the Light. Light not ready to fight just yet.
Yeah, they're catching everyone that kind of just crosses the river here, so Falcons has pretty good river control. Making sure that Aurora can't really exert themselves across the map.
Yeah.
And I think that's already step one of containing and controlling our current world champions.
After the initial rough trading for Marco in lane, he now has a comfortable almost 400 gold lead over Dominkite, actually. That also comes from the fact that Falcons got the turtle, but yeah, pretty much the carry's okay in lane now.
Ogwin hit with that taunt, answers back with a Tsunami Slam, forcing a defensive Rampaging Sandstorm, Light Quicksand Guard into the Pixel Brush.
Yeah, it's one of those trades that's just clearly like ult for ult. Look, it's 18 seconds by the time for the turtle to spawn. So if both roamers are going to be going into that without their ultimates, I mean, that's just a trade at the end of the day.
That's exactly what you want. Is you want to try to maybe force the enemy to use a flicker, or something. So that's a good try.
Yeah, and naturally, Kalea does have more harder crowd control built into her kit.
Like this.
Oh,
right there.
Forcing Demon Kite back. Traction Pulse throwing the Flap, forcing him to use that torrent form. And he is going to help provide it underneath this turtle. Oh my lord! It's Edward who takes it. Flap goes down. Marco takes Edward. The trade. Demon Kite backing off the flicker forward. Marco gets a double. Falcons smell blood. UFOs. Haji gets him. 4 for 1. Take the turtle. We're happy with the kills.
I think I'm starting to realize now. Oh wait!
Tsunami Slam. Purified by Dominkite. You were saying?
Just good old needles and flowers there for the 1-1. So I think now I'm starting to realize why I was quite skeptical about this Khalid pick. For you gentlemen, it was the speed, which does make a lot of sense, but you kind of need a little bit more than just going fast now. Some stability is getting missed for Aurora. Granted, we did see up top. Something could happen.
Okay, they're eyeing each other very, very badly.
It'll be the best for Aurora if nothing happened.
Yeah.
They need to find their footing. Oh! Kyle answers the Demon Kite. Demon Kite forces his retribution. In comes Light. Flap to respond as well. Edward pushing back again. Aurora. It would be in their best interest to say, let's slow it down. Which is again weird for this Khalid. One thing it brings is speed.
I kind of get it because the Desert Tornadoes just don't hurt as much as you think they should. In this specific matchup.
Not after 5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not after some early deaths.
So you can kind of just imagine that that's the power spike of the Khalid, right? The very early on Desert Tornadoes. That's gone.
Edward jumps in. Tsunami Slam from out of turtle range. And a couple of ults thrown out. Falcons get a kill.
It's going to be a while until Khalid gets some value from the Thunderbelt that Light just full built.
Inshallah.
Just now.
It's 6 minutes and he just built the Thunderbelt.
And he still has a stack on it.
And he still has to put stacks on it. Is it really just to maximize the slow and then just hope that the rest of Aurora can finish everyone off? But then you're going up against a Valentina that was comfortable. It's 3-0 and 5. Silver lining for Aurora, they do have no deaths on Dominkite, and he is able to trade the tower up top also. And Turtle still looks good for either of these two teams, but Falcons does have that 4,000 gold lead.
Yep, better firepower. They put the turtle at half health. In comes Ogwin looking for another engagement. And there's Sora coming in, set up by Flap. It's a good force response from the Traction Pulse. They take the final turtle.
Yeah, at the very minimum, you know what? They're trying to at least force some skills off the Falcons, not completely giving the objectives away for free, but at the same time, Aurora can't really push out as much because they are risking their necks every time they kind of just walk out of this bush.
All the more every, I don't know what do you call it, milestone of this game, Falcons are saying, slow down, Aurora, slow down.
Yeah, holy roll. Did I say you're allowed to walk in that river?
What did I say? Hold your roll.
Slow your roll there. There you go. I'm so sorry. English is
Hold your roll
hard.
has a different connotation, my
That's
brother.
right. Thank you so much.
I will do with my roll what I wish. Oh,
Wait,
great push
look.
on bottom.
Yeah, great push by the Kite Bros. Oh, but the buff on the turret is still up, so they couldn't make the most out of it.
Yep. And they do find Haji.
Big
Haji's
fight.
compromised, but Ogwin is trying to protect his mid laner. He gets blasted. He got blowed up. And in comes Kyle from the flank. Calling in the Phantom Stampede, but not enough of a damage
Razor's
output
Wrath.
from them. Super Marco gets a face full of Appraiser's Wrath, and they trade out 1-for-1.
Yeah, the celebrity just cannot stand the flashes coming in his way. Cannot really sustain that. That Brethren felt so squishy.
Yeah. The camera lights are blinding him. I completely lost what I was trying to say.
Kyle came in like a paparazzi.
Paparazzi.
Snap, snap.
I'm just trying to eat here.
It's TMZ. 0-3-2 for
No comment.
Kite. Falcons needs to flow bottom lane a bit better. They've been putting a lot of focus up top in the upper quadrant of the map. Once they get a good flow down bot, which will be handled by Kyle, purple buff will still go to Aurora and to Demon Kite. So now Aurora will have to manage this bottom lane minion wave, which is getting slow push. It wasn't a full clear by Kyle. Falcons will have the full 5-man. Aurora might risk just giving up the continuous push down bot, so they have a better spot for this Lord. As Light now goes to RBM, and he might find a good flank angle here. He got conceal. He just got conceal boots.
Oh boy.
Is the Light signature. Haji and Super Marco. I don't know if this is the best combo to kind of stop Light from doing this. As Aurora makes some ground here, they have crossed the threshold of the pixel brush. Haji flushes him out. Try again, Light. Try again.
That's a good 6th sense coming here from Haji. Like, he knew.
He does that.
He could feel it, right? He could feel it. So now it's a bit of a stalemate here, at least for the meantime. It seems like Aurora wants to do something with this Lord.
Oh, the flicker and the tsunami slam coming in. Ogwin compromises Demon Kite, and as if the Lord was with them, they find one another. Kyle takes Edward. They take down Light as well. Ogwin catching all the damage as Ogwin falls. Yue gets a kill. Kyle secures the Lord. Then Aurora are backing on out of here. Delta split.
You know what that looked like? It looked like the signal for Falcons to go was seeing Demon Kite and Domeng both take damage from the Lord.
That's right.
Because that was like 10% gone from Domeng, a healthy amount also from Demon Kite, and they just said, that's enough advantage for us. Let's go ahead and dive and initiate, and it was the perfect timing. Ouch! Oh!
My Lord! Super Marco! Killer Instinct! Finds him in the base!
That was super things. Actually, super things.
Bulletproof and bloodthirsty.
That is massive. Actually, just taking one more from Domikai just slows down their defense on this Lex Lord.
He got away with murder!
Oh, didn't even give him a head tap, just came out of nowhere with the damage.
He won a 7-mar. Domeng Kite and another Tsunami Slam! Demon Kite underneath Super Marco! Appraiser's Wrath, not enough, he still falls! Light in the back line gets pummeled! Super Marco gets a double! Slap gets Domeng Kite, one more for Falcons as Edward falls. It's
That's
just
it.
Yue left. Haji traded out for the base, gonna be up next. Falcons, they feel the air underneath their wings. It's just Yue left to defend. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to tell you, we are going all the way.
Look at that crowd. They cannot get enough of this win. It's going to be a 1-1.
What was the breaking point of what made their game one so difficult? Was it the Baxia? Was it the Gatot Kacha? Was it the Kimi? Was it the Freya? And I guess here they're saying it's the Baxia.
Yeah. So
We can't take all of that.
Nah.
We'll take one away.
yeah, because in game number 1, Falcons banned the Valentina. It's still the Grok Juicin ban for them though. So that's going to change the dynamic of how it looks. You're not going to rush Freya in this regard, maybe. Leomord, you don't need to get...
If you don't
maybe
pick
just
it
get
though,
Valen.
it will go over to Falcons. Or
Yeah.
often enough.
I am a daughter of Northern Vale.
There you
Oh,
go.
wow, they said no, we definitely get the Freya. Okay, okay, Aurora. Okay.
So are they gonna try to reinvent that game one draft, like, or how do you say, recook it?
Yeah.
Because they can end up with a Fredrin and it still kind of look the same.
Yeah.
I agree. I feel like the Fredrin is actually, it was an okay answer. It just felt like the wrong ingredients on the other side of it, on either left or right of the Fredrin.
Sora Leomord was...
Do you want Leomord with Freya? Is that a fair fight?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it can be. I mean, there's still a lot of power on the Leomord.
You kind of burst her down.
Yeah. I mean, one of the biggest problems for Falcons earlier was that they just didn't have enough. So, to get the Valentina, ooh, what is Haji gonna get? Is Haji gonna try to pull out the Freya cosplay? Wait, excuse me, what?
These are really soft counters.
That is
if
the
they're ever.
earliest Phobius I've ever seen.
Yeah, and honestly, at this point, kind of unwarranted. What trade are they looking at? For majority of the season, Soras have trumped Phobius in terms of impact and lane.
Despite having a Valentina on this other side, I think Aurora should get the Sora.
Yeah. Ah, well.
Value in me?
What am I going to tell you?
Should.
And then they go Kimmy.
It's fine.
I think Kimmy, yeah.
Kimmy,
Kimmy would be really
Again,
good
they
here.
just have to reproduce that draft from game one.
no need to overthink it.
Yeah, you get your Roman, your...
Jet Trooper reporting for
There,
duty.
yeah, it is. So they have 3 of the 5 picks they have from the last one. They haven't shown their Roman or gold yet. Oh, excuse me, Roman EXP yet.
I realize Marco looks exceptionally fierce in this picture.
He does.
Is it just Falcons cope that I'm reeking right now? Because I'm glad at least the Falcons are running the same draft into Aurora's reproduced game 1 draft.
Yeah.
It's already very different.
Yeah, it feels like this is their way of trying to tell everyone that they've thought up of what happened in game number 1 and just saw, okay, this is what we're gonna change.
Taking it up.
Maybe they picked up the Phobius because they know that
It's almost the same.
it might not show up anymore, the Sora. So we might just be leaning towards CC or Lapu or... Oh no, but then Glue is still open for Edward. We just don't see the roam yet.
I'm okay with the carry because it goes well into the
Fredrin.
late game matchup against the Fredrin and the Freya.
We don't see the jungle pick. With the presence of the Freya, Suyo might be tough for Kyle. Fanny's open, but I don't see this as a Fanny game.
The only reasoning I would have for Fanny here is that they don't really have many ways to lock her down quite yet.
Yeah.
Like you don't have a Cho or anything. Although the roam is still up for grabs here for Aurora.
Something like Falcons really just might settle in and picking up the Leomord again. But then you're gonna need a hard roam or strong healing roam and pick off. Like with the Phobius, I don't want to see Falcons get something like a Khalid or a Hilda. It might not be the right fit. Cho, I could still see someone, but I'd want to see something more along the lines of a Gatot Gacha as their roamer, or even a High Loss as their roamer. Something that they can... Oh wait, no, sorry. They banned out the High Loss themselves. So Gatot Gacha is looking like my main choice for them. Well, for Aurora, it seems like because of how stable the first 3 is, you can just pick and match. It's honestly like
Slap on any
hero and you're good.
That's right. That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's just a question of which ultimates are you willing to give the Valentina. That's it.
That's literally anything here.
Huh?
Oh wow.
Wow.
Falcons have, through the bans, dismantled the reproduction of that game 1 draft.
That's good. That's pretty good. I gotta say.
Ooh, that is nuts. They don't even show their roam yet. And they just banned out majority of the top meta roamers. With the Kalea taken out by Aurora also.
Yeah, more and more I'm thinking Khalid and Cho is gonna join us on this one.
Yeah, Kali Cho. Oh, Hilda's already been banned out since earlier, sorry. So yeah, Kali Cho.
Interesting how Coach Moody and Coach Bren's work are able to make Dex's brow furl.
Smirk. I know.
It's like,
I see that.
okay. All right, so they're going down to the last one, 2 or 3 seconds.
Sand rises when I
Okay.
give the word.
Khalid's out.
Look at all those roamers, dog.
Kind of just shaking his head here.
Is someone finally gonna play Chip?
Are they finally gonna do it? I think they should. Right here.
Cho's up. Blue Roam is up also for Falcons if they want
And
to.
no longer winless, by the way, the Glue Roam.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Or are we going to see another Dark Continent pick? Could there be a new debut? Because we just saw the 1-1.
Piggy
Swore,
boy.
dude. Every day we get a debut.
Yeah, I will always just throw this out. I miss my Panda. I miss my Kai.
Oh,
Putting that out there. I'm not saying that's my prediction. Putting
you
it
still use it every day, though.
out. I do. My EXP lane Kai is pretty mean.
I would actually be insane against a Freya.
Week 3 bait, week 3 bait,
Not
week 3
gonna
bait,
lie.
week 3 bait.
Manifesting it.
I'm the power.
Oh, there it is!
Oh, that was banned out earlier.
They saw it coming, and then now it's here. Kaja carry, an old combo, and we get another debut pick to close off week 2.
Yeah.
Will they finally be able to slow down this Freya? Is this the key?
Right. Good
Oh,
luck.
yeah.
Good luck purifying this.
You suppress the Freya once it goes in, and then that's your answer for that.
I like that, but at the same time, maybe you need more follow-up, especially in the early game, than just a carry.
What's your
We need
jungle?
more damage out of that one.
Lapo.
There's
There's
the
the chip. Oh, consider an X-Borg, Falcons.
Yeah, because all of their picks right now, all 4, do nothing against a shortcut.
Yeah.
Export will is actually great to just, okay, you're
Yeah.
gonna shortcut on me?
Or are low.
Yeah. They either get utility, tanky, or damage. The remaining damage choices, of course, Leomord, who's still open.
Oh no, you still need the jungler, you're right.
Yeah.
XP is already Phobius,
Uh-oh.
which is again why it's so early.
Yeah.
This
so,
Phobius is just, it's throwing him off.
yeah, it's either Leomord, X-Borg. I'm leaning towards X-Borg for some reason. I don't know why.
Export jungle?
Yeah. Come on, give it to me, Falcons. Oh, whoa. Did not expect that.
So you hear the crowd just go,
That is
whoa.
an odd response. Yeah, no, the MPL Arena just-
Everyone was like, whoa.
was just sullen.
Yeah.
Don't you guys
in
have mobile
shock.
phones? If you
Yeah.
know the meme, that's the response it elicited. Don't y'all have mobile phones?
It was a low tone, but there was an audible huh from the crowd just now.
Hey, this is all gonna blow up in our faces if it works.
Yeah,
Yes.
they have a good lineup rating. Leaning towards them. Kyle is not going to be an easy target to take down. But you are playing through a Kaja and a Phobius as your main frontliner when you're going up against Chip, Lapu, and Fredrin and Freya. Usually the math is telling us that the Phobius and the Kaja is gonna struggle here.
And we already got duped by Uranus today.
Yeah.
And just flat out womp womp.
We had high hopes for KLVJ to close off that series earlier against Liquid, but you know what? It's in the jungle now.
Yeah.
The last time I blasted a Uranus jungle, it was on the world stage, and Liquid fell.
Yeah, Liquid felt alter ego. That's right. We have to acknowledge
But
that this Uranus in this lineup now is just pure utility and wanting to retreat. There is a substantial amount of crowd control for Falcons. They got Focusing Mark, PYT, Inspire for Ogun, so they're maximizing the cooldown reduction on the Kaja to get the ultimate as fast as possible, to get the ring out as much as possible as well.
you got Terrify, Dark Wave.
Exactly, which means that Super Marco does have the crowd control he needs during team fights to be able to be free. And that's what was lacking on the side of AP Brent earlier, which was crowd control. But now Falcons has a lot of it, but are they prepared for the chip shortcut?
Yo,
Yo,
the way it looks, Falcons are not fighting. They are just asserting themselves.
Yeah. Magic damage focused
Oh.
mid-trio.
That's fine for now.
Cal's
But-
doing good, yeah.
But later on, it feels like that might not quite be enough.
Yeah, dude, there's a huge gap between the Uranus and the Fred.
Yeah, no, he's just literally, again, asserting himself. Just the sheer chunkiness
Big
and
guy.
slow roll damage output is working.
Just walking in on out of there.
Stolen!
Grab the purple in your face!
My God!
Highway robber with no masks!
Yeah, it's working out well for them.
Give me your lunch money in front of the teacher!
Yue doesn't have enough damage. Or doesn't remember his parents' own phone number.
Oh, God!
That's insane. So Demon Kite literally just walk around.
And he has no older brother.
He did not do much in the last few seconds. The last 30 seconds, Demon Kite just literally walked around.
No kills, no real fights breaking out, and Falcons have a 500 gold lead. That's palpable. They go straight for the turtle, and Aurora can't even think of contesting.
No answer because your jungler is just way behind.
This is literally and figuratively one of the Uranus games of all time, and it's only been 2 minutes.
Okay, all right.
We see it now. We see it now,
Free
Falcons.
turtle take, and Falcons force a retreat out of Edward, sending him underneath tier 1, and they continue
Yeah.
the ransacking of Aurora's jungle.
Opens level 4. Light is far from that, so there's a divine judgment for this Kaja available.
And no shortcut.
No shortcut.
Man, this is big right now. The control that's being given by Falcon all across the map. And you know what? While all that's happening, Super Marco's like, thank you so much. Make sure
Okay.
they don't look at my lane.
Flickers on out from underneath Sure Death, under that Appraiser's Wrath. Where's the response? Still no kills, by the way, 3 minutes in.
Yeah, kills, but just a lot of steal of jungle.
Resource management.
Oh!
Yeah, almost a 400 gold lead for Kyle's Uranus right now, actually.
Again, Super Marco just loves everything happening right now.
Oh.
Falcon's going on the invade.
Edward trying to cut through that flank. There's a consecration from Kyle. They jump on, take down Edward, and they're not done. They continue forward. Light taking a lot of damage. Yue from the right side. Kyle put those edges on one. They take out Demon Kite. They're trying to take down Light. They cross through, juggling damage from the turret.
Oh my god!
Oh, what the
First
hell?
to take it. A lot of damage, and he goes through one of the white walk portals.
Yeah. Hey, it's working. If Aurora can't do anything early on against his Falcons composition.
Approaching 2,000 up.
Yeah, this is a blood retribution too on this Uranus. It's not flame, it's not ice.
It's damage.
It's damage, it's pure
Insane.
damage.
That is not what I how expected this game to, this early game to actually pan out.
Yeah.
But right now, the goal difference does feel like it is showing. Despite, again, only 2 kills on the board.
I am vexed by this occurrence.
It looks like it's because Yue just doesn't have enough damage early on to be a nuisance to this
So,
this trio.
doctor, is the early diagnosis they get through the rough time?
Yeah.
What if they get items on Yue?
That's the thing. It's if we're seeing the early game domination of this Kaja Valentina Uranus, what happens then once Aurora has items?
Like that, like a glowing wand.
Right there.
And even also items in the presence for Dominic, who will be able to join this. But then, yeah, they're playing careful because of the Divine Judgment.
Okay. There's the traction pulse thrown out. Turtle at a 10th of its health. Light through the back line, trying to compromise one of the members of Falcons. Haji gets taken down. They pop him. Flap here jumping on a Demon Kite. Demon Kite takes him out. Dominic Kite with a Valkyrie's Descent. Light gets dismantled like Super Marco. Yue firing away. Super Marco does not have enough damage to stop Dominic Kite, and Oakland is going to get taken down. Dominic Kite finds him.
Yeah, the items are really making their mark now. A big difference from what we saw in the team fights earlier.
Yeah, Falcons were able to bully the jungle early on, but then it just reaches a certain point. So that's why we couldn't see the early game vision, because we were already thinking about everyone level 4, early game items, 5v5. It's tough for Falcons to fight. It's tough for Haji especially.
Woo! Hodge goes underneath, knows how to use it. Edward wins it, but there's going to be an eventual trade here as Flap tries to finish what Edward started. So 2-on-1, but still a 1-for-1.
Yeah, bottom lane is going to get pushed out here. Oh, but a pull!
Chip is there.
Oh, Dominic Kite. Valkyrie descent away. Light takes a face full of light wheels as he goes down. Can Ogun chase him? All right, Dominic Kite's fine.
He was forced to trade it out. He could just committed the stun and then sacrifice himself so that his gold laner gets away. Good counter there.
That's a 2-0 for Super Marco right there.
Yeah, carry still, though we also have to watch out for that. So as much as we're talking about this scenario being good for Aurora, full 5v5, items on the board, this time again compared to the carry earlier by AP Brent on the hands of Shizo through an EXP lane Uranus, this jungle Uranus is built around the composition that has a bunch of crowd control through EXP mid and roam, so that Super Marco has the crowd control and space he needs to deal damage.
They're working well so far, right? It feels like if you can slow down Demon Kite, that's also great. The question is later on, like free item Freya. That's my big question. What are you gonna do about that? Like, how does the fight start, and who starts it eventually? Like, those are the things that have to be answered here by Falcons. They need to be able to answer a rampaging Dominic Kite, who is getting into position right now.
He has this big wall in front of him, and of course Falcons blitzing this turtle. Soft reset. Traction pulse out by Yue already. Light checking that Y brush. No one present. Dominic Kite threatening this push. Are you going to trade it for the turtle? In comes Light, shortcut through. Kyle secures. The rest of Aurora come on through. And they put so much pressure on Demon Kite. Kyle gets the kill. And another one jumps in. Super Marco takes down Light. Aurora have gotten scattered throughout this fight, pushing into the bottom lane tier 1. Yue fighting for his life alongside Edward. And Falcons claw down and take out 4 members. No one falls on their side. 3,000 gold up.
We set it up before that fight. Falcons and the tools that they have to allow Super Marco to shine. The fight got split up, but Falcons in the front line, Flap got to hold, Kyle got to hold, which meant that Ogwin and Haji had space to help Super Marco to then eventually rejoin the fight. Look at that big fight split. Flap and Kyle go after Demon Kite. Demon Kite will be fighting under here, but then eventually he'll be forced back. Kyle is just a wall you need to get back and away from. And eventually, the rest of Falcons join in, converges 5 under the turret, and take down Edward and Yue.
So that's basically how they plan to deal with Dominic Kite. Isolate him, split him from the pack, and be able to deal with him the way that They know how.
And it's not even an automatic, I see Dom and Kite, I have to hit the DJ. It's actually more of a deterrent. Like, okay, you get too close, we will hit you with the DJ. And that's how bad it is. Oh, Flap jumps on in, forcing a defensive Valkyrie's descent, and Flap flickers to the right. Ogwen looking for one.
He's jumping in.
With an infernal pursuit. A shortcut calling in Edward. Calling in Demon Kite. And look at the right side. Edward pushing Marco away. Tier 1 up top gets pushed. But Kyle is in the middle of 4 members. It's a little too much even for Yue to survive. Concentration, flicker forward from Yue. Kyle still alive, but only for so much longer. Yue gets a stack on his Sky Piercer.
What are these fights happening here? Breaking out non-stop. I feel like it is Falcons trying to take advantage of Aurora basically being discombobulated, but at the same time, they did it a little bit way too deep.
Yeah, MVP Edward in that last fight, locking on to Super Marco, which forced away Haji and Super Marco.
All right,
no
sign
Kyle.
of life from Aurora. No retribution. They blitz. The Lord Flap takes it down one, but they trade for two. Demon Kite and Demon Kite now right foes. And one more. Edward goes. 4 for the Lord.
They're even
I don't
better.
know if that's worth it.
I absolutely feel like it's not worth it. Now it's 4 down. UL alone. Didn't we just see this a few games ago or last game?
Yeah, from out of nowhere, Falcons with a sudden turnaround. I thought that was the end of that as Edward got another massive land shaker. But their sustainability, the damage, again, space provided for Marco. And Aurora just crumbled slowly. Let's revisit that. Watching Yue and Marco knock up from the Lord. Demon Kite got taken out. Demon Kite decides to go straight for the back, but he got taken away real quickly because the Divine Judgment from Ogwen was saved for the Freya.
Beautiful. They didn't even start the fight with it. They left the DJ very, very late.
Again, a last-minute deterrent in case the rest of the frontliners could not hold it. All for Marco. And Marco has yet to die. 4-0-5. Look at his full arsenal here. Up by about 500 gold away from Doming Kite's Freya. We thought it would have crumbled. We thought that by the time Aurora built items, Falcons would have folded with this, again, arguably cheesy lineup. But so far, they're making it work well into the 11-minute mark.
Yeah, I think the key here is keeping Super Marco alive.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just by intention or by design. Look at this, though.
Divine Judgment on the light! Gets the call in, the shortcut. In comes the rest of Aurora, and they clash onto the backline, forcing back Doming Kite. Edward
split
falls.
up.
They take down the portal. You ain't going nowhere. 2 for free. Go over to the Falcons.
Okay, it's perfect because I have to correct myself from the last one. The suppress actually landed onto Edward in the previous Lord. It was the Terrify from Haji as the Valentina that stopped the Freya from being able to just slice through to Super Marco. And yet again in the sequence just now, we see the big ticket value of the Terrifies from the Valentina through the Shadow Strikes.
You're right. And maybe I think they got terrified at the same time. So all of it just happened in tandem.
Yeah.
And why it looked like they got Divine Judgment.
Yeah, and look at the KDAs of Haji, Ogwen, and Marco. This just goes to stress up the point that we said of how Falcons fight. It's Kyle and Flap versus the rest of Aurora, while Haji, Ogwen, and Marco are playing together. The KDA's kill participation all very similar and close to one another.
They're not even overthinking it. They're just dealing with whoever's up on front. And they're basically just saving the crowd controls for last.
At the 12-minute mark, it's as if we were still back in the 2-minute mark. They took the orange right in front of Aurora. And there's still this gap once again. Earlier it was like a 1-level gap, which is again almost insignificant. But now we're back to a 3-level gap between Kyle and Demon Kite.
And that's going to make a mark, especially with this one. Next Lord coming up in 10 minutes,
Huge.
10 seconds rather.
The retribution between level 12 and 15?
That's huge.
Forget about it.
Yeah, not to mention you also have like just really massive crowd control that's stopping you from using that retribution in the first place.
Yeah, and Falcons just need to keep their formations set. Don't collapse too much. Domikite opening up top for Aurora. It will send back 2 members of Falcons, it looks like. They're worried because there's no more shielding in the turret. They send back Flap.
Oh, Lord, this is the point of no return. Retribution by Kyle. It's good. Ogwen very low. Gets a Divine Judgment. Light falls. Shortcut has already been pressed, though, as Edward flickers forward. Oh, there is an anticipatory flicker from Haji as well. Dodges it. It's just a dash. Demon Kite gets taken down here. Double kill for Super Marco as Yue has Kyle on him. In comes Haji. Finally uses the flicker, and the damage has been done. It's too little too late. A Lord and 3 kills. The Falcons in the arena, no!
Oh,
that the killing blow could be here. Dominkite has a hope and a dream to push in. He might actually get this.
Yeah, is someone gonna recall? Oh.
Oh boy, oh boy.
They're not recalling just yet. They're not recalling just yet. And Dominkite didn't go back. He's clearing.
He's gonna try to take it.
They're sending flat back. Edward is back. Demon Cat in 4.
Okay, base race as the Lord is still alive.
Light!
They're already in the base. Light through the back line. There's a DJ. There's a Valkyrie's descent. Ogun gets popped here. Damage from Super Marco. Down goes Haji. Ogun backing out. Edward takes out Super Marco. Flap and the rest of them are falling. Flap pushes in. Kyle's still alive. And in comes Kyle. In comes Flap. They're still checking range. Dominkite with a shutdown. 3 for 1. Aurora still alive.
The light at the end of the tunnel was there, but it went well for Aurora. From out of nowhere, it was the chip, the turnaround, with a shortcut, with the blitz, the stun, massive flank by Light.
Oh my god, in wrestling terms, that's a literal clothesline out of nowhere, bro. You don't expect that to happen, and when it does, it is massive, straight into Super Marco's face.
And they layered all their crowd control. The taunt also stopped Haji from getting out. What a defense by Aurora. Falcons did not expect Light to come out from that angle.
Light committed the flicker to get in that position.
Yeah.
That was so good.
So there was a lot of resources spent to do that, to close this gap, but just the same, it's a miracle that Aurora is still in this.
It is. You know what the amazing thing is? What they're doing is they are targeting Light right now. The Divine Judgment, the last two, have actually been solely focused on this chip. And I think that is key, is slowing down Light, slowing down the big brains, the guy who's making the moves.
Yeah.
Is actually gimping Aurora.
Yeah, we have to look at the mid lane though. All towers still up for Falcons. But it's at that point of the game where one big win in the team fight for Aurora and that mid lane is not going to matter. They're going to push either through the side, through any of the sides. As Falcons now, we are seeing the strength of their lineup as 5 and how difficult it is to manage the map as 4 and 1.
That's the problem. If you're talking about just the map, Aurora still has life. And that's why they're dodging where Falcons fights. And now that's why Falcons are flushing out these brushes. They actually want to break into a fight out of nowhere.
Yeah, these engages from Falcons might get trickier and trickier to execute. Now that Aurora feels like they're aware of the game plan, it feels like they've already shown the cards, and now they can kind of formulate the way out of it.
Which is not such a bad place to be in if you're an Aurora fan. Because the map is on your side. It's literally everywhere. It's like your skin. It's your biggest body part.
Yeah, speaking of Aurora fans, man, this is the loudest.
That's scientific, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
That's right.
In a pop quiz, if you get asked, like, what's the biggest organ? It's your skin.
It is. As I was saying, like, this is the loudest crowd I've ever seen in season so far.
Yeah. This game is cerebral.
It is. See here the back and forth.
All right.
Between the two. Full 5-man. Does Falcons have enough resources to help handle the map as Dominkite is still threatening bot?
Marco showing.
Keep doing that and he can show up through the chip portal. Haji holding L left bush mid. Demon Kite and Kyle holding the Lords.
Okay. So Dominkite has made himself visible. Falcons know what's up, yet still they seem to be clear about their intentions. We want to get this Lord first. Again, the struggle of defending against this map-centric lineup.
Where's Light, though? That's a big question for Falcons right now.
Yeah.
He hasn't really shown in the last few minutes.
Soft reset.
That chip can really come out of nowhere. Even if they decide to try and blitz down Dominkite.
Open with the conceal.
They're concealed.
Hits that Cyclone Eye, and they totally miss it. Dominkite went the other way, sir. They went the other way.
Dominkite was very aware there.
Lord here. Down under half health. Demon Kite holding it. Soft reset. Edward and Flap. Just playing footsies here.
Jumping in.
Got check. And Dominkite keeping that bottom lane pressure. And oh my god, the blitz from Falcons.
It's too
Where
fast.
did it come from? Falcons are going to get away with this. Falcons secure off of Haji. And now Light comes in. Closes the flicker. Down goes Demon Kite. One man off from Aurora. And the rest of them collapse. Valkyrie's descent coming through. Down goes Marco. Yuma gets the kill. Traded off for. Still alive. All 4 members. Light
Haji
goes down. Haji dealing a lot of damage. Down goes Dominkite. 3 for 1 the trade. Ogun's immortality popped. Flap jumped on to Edward. There's still a Lord coming through in mid. Yue is very low. Kyle is chasing him down. Yue far away from home.
This might be it.
Might just run it through mid.
Edward He's still here. He's still trying to keep him at bay. He's holding on,
Yue
but only
just
for long.
recalled, and they're dealing a lot of damage between Yue and Edward. Edward gonna get his immortality popped here. Haji has stolen away a
Winter
bravest
Crown.
fighter. Winter Crown freezing.
Demon Kite
still
back.
alive. Demon Kite is alive, and the Lord at a fourth of its health.
Oh, they get the bend.
Aurora might still be alive here. They don't have a base to counter. Falcons have to back off.
I love this game.
Edward with the item juggle, the emo, the Winter Crown, anything to buy time for Demon Kite and the rest of Aurora to come back, but Falcons are not letting go because Marco is back.
No time to celebrate just yet. As Light looks for an angle, using that flying cloud, trying to
flew
find
out.
that flank. This is a free reposition.
Here we go
Light
again.
and
The back.
Seal. Who's he looking for? Falcons are up to his shenanigans.
They found him.
Light, where are you going? 5 Falcons are hunting through the skies. They know he's here. They sense him. And he goes through one walk. Off to the long side of the map, coast to coast.
Oh, what a game! What a game!
man.
What is this game if not entertaining?
This is absolute cinema right here.
The macro management, handling of the team fights. Look how much tough boots Falcons has.
All of
Because
it.
of all the crowd control. They even had to put, I mean, the BFB's been there for a while now for the Uranus so that they just have a little bit more crowd control, time reduction. Marco is locked in, but you see when Aurora go for the full collapse, even with the Wind of Nature, even with this flicker, there's so much gap closing from Aurora. So Haji has actually been secretly clutch in the past big team fights because of his selection of the ultimate that he's gonna steal. Him cosplaying as a Lapu Lapu is actually working out, giving and providing the damage that they lack if Marco goes down early or Marco gets too pressured. So it's up to the KDA machine to keep himself alive.
And KDA Machine's also doing very well toe-to-toe against Edward, who have actually been, facing each other over and over again so far, even individually. And now there's just Aurora, who seem to be back against the ropes.
Truth be told, Aurora should not have survived that last defense.
That's
They had
amazing.
a Lord stolen from underneath them and got 4-for-1 traded on.
Yeah.
This game should have been over, but still they're here. And I think this last Lord, if they somehow find a way to stop Falcons from doing that same maneuver, they should be back in the game.
That's just a champion's mojo if
Yeah.
that happens.
My next suggestion for Haji is, even though the Lapu Lapu cosplay is impactful, he might need to cosplay now as the Kimmy to provide the basic attack if Super Marco's down.
They need more damage.
Yeah, Falcons could not
Ooh.
end the last one because Super Marco was down. They didn't have the basic attack that they needed.
This is basically a reset or a repeat of exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Doming on the bottom. Is it going to go differently
Watch
though?
Light, watch Light. He's the key here. He's the only one who can
conceal,
actually
conceal to
equalize
Edward.
this. Ogwyn with a conceal. Edward able to sniff that out. Lord gets soft reset. The dance continues.
But Doming's on the bottom side. He's actually having a lot of fun. They're forcing some
Okay.
backs from Falcons.
Marco and Haji, are they feigning the recall? Haji actually does commit. There's the traction pulse thrown out. Kyle holding it down.
They burst.
That's Haji answering back. Lord here at a tenth of its health. Kyle and Demon Kite holding on to this retribution. Who's gonna get it? In collapses all of the teams now. Kyle gets it secure off of the shortcut. Aurora come through. Super Marco getting pressured here by Demon Kite. And Demon Kite finds him. Pocket immortality. Super Marco comes through. That might have been it. Aurora have thrown all that they could over at Super Marco. Demon Kite on him. Look at the back line. Haji getting out of damage on Edward. Haji chasing Light. The Lord through mid. Demon Kite may have gone in too deep. They pop his immortality, and they'll take him down in short notice. Flap takes him, 1 for none, plus the Lord.
Aurora are down one member. Haji kept Yue away from that last fight, hence why Aurora was lacking damage. Here's Haji with a chip ult.
And now, Domikite defensive use of the Valkyrie's Ascent. Lord still alive. Divine Judgment on Edward. Down goes the Lapu Lapu. 3 defenders left. Marco's here. The base is under attack. Falcons are here, taking the series 2-1.
Using their own curveball against them. Against all odds, it's Team Falcons taking the victory.